Kitchen garden allotments.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. Just before this video starts, please go along and hit that subscribe button to come along and join the family. Let's get this video started. So then guys, in April we had freezing cold weather and it was quite cold. Most of the month we had frost, ground frost at night. So everything's a little bit slow this year. Put it in the comment section below if you're having a slow start to the season. I have only just started planting bits and pieces out at the allotment and doing bits and pieces at the allotment. The only problem is we're suffering with quite bad rainstorms at the moment. Good for the allotment, but unfortunately not good for me coming down here and doing a bit of work on the allotment and trying to do a few bits and pieces. So what I thought I would do today is just do a mid-May allotment tour because the allotment is changing so much. So let's start on plot 1 and then we'll go over to plot 2. So let's turn the camera around and let's start this plot tour. So then I'll start off on plot 1. As I just said, we're going to have a completely different change around to what I said in the previous months, and that was just looking at the weather we've had and the plans are slightly changed a little bit more. So what I've decided to do is, this one is I'm going to keep this for the final year as the butternut squash bed, and then I'm going to keep this as the final year for the sweet corn, because every year I have no problem at all with these two beds. The onions, the last 3 days the onion sets have finally just started to take off, and we are getting some perfect onion sets all over the allotment. One thing I must remember this year is to weed them out constantly, because of last year, as soon as the weeds come, the onions just failed and I had an absolute rubbish crop last year. But hopefully this year I'll have a perfect crop. Let's move across to the garlic. So the garlic this year, this was 2 different types of variety. As you can tell, they were put in at 2 different times. This one's starting to go yellow, needs a bit of a feed, but it's still standing, and hopefully we're going to have good garlic bulbs in. This is long neck garlic, this is a short neck garlic. So this bed does need a bit of weeding out, but I have been doing a few bits and pieces, so I haven't had time to come up here and do this bed just yet, but I will be doing that soon. The pond is going all wild. This is exactly how I want it. I might just give this a trim back at the weekend and just give it a nice little tidy up a little bit, because I don't really want all these seed heads blowing over all the other allotment. The pond isn't doing too bad, as the rain we've had lately has just messed it up and made it all smeary, but there is tadpoles still in there, if you can see them swimming along. And I've been told by one of the other plot holders that they've actually seen a herring down here taking the tadpoles out of the water. Hopefully I've got to put that bit of wood back on there, but I will be doing that soon. Rhubarb, absolutely fantastic this year. This is the 4th time I've cropped from the rhubarb and it's still going absolutely brilliant. These fruit trees, they're never normally up to much every year, so there might be a new plan coming for this corner, especially this corner in the end of this year in the winter time, because of it's just clogged up there and looks quite messy, and I don't like it, so I'm going to try and clear this back a bit over the winter. If you can see, hopefully you can through that camera, the Brussels sprouts have been placed out. Didn't film it, I did it about 2 weeks ago, and the rain, it was constantly raining, and as you can see the weeds are come back to the rain. This is one of the beds that I would never ever rotivate. I've got to do this, clear this section, and this is going to be for the summer cabbages for this side here. As you see, I've just got to clip back that bit of netting. It looks like the winds took it off. But I thought I would try and be early by putting the runner bean cage up, and as you can see, this bit of rain has just made this whole area completely come up in weeds. And this was one of the reasons why I said we'll never use a rotavator, because there's bindweed on this plot, mainly on this plot because it's never been looked after. So the plan will be is to take one of these sides down, completely clear it just before the runner beans go in, because we don't want the bindweed to be climbing around the runner beans and causing a load of trouble. As we were going to move down, this was going to be for the tomatoes. Now these are going to be used for the pumpkins that Carol sent us. So I'm going to be putting the pumpkins into this bed, so we know exactly what variety of pumpkins we got from Carol. As we said in the previous video, they were a mystery. This was previously the potato bed. As you can probably tell, the potatoes are trying to climb and trying to get out. So this one will just need putting back, straightening off quickly, black plastic back on, and then holes made, and then the pumpkins can go straight in there, and they will survive and be absolutely fantastic on that bed there. As I just said, butternut squash back on this bed, and that is how this allotment is going to be working out. When I eventually take these up, probably early June, these garlic, when I take them up early June, I will be putting in the marrows in this bed. So hopefully we'll have a consistent beds that I won't be able to waste anything at the allotment. So that's how plot 1 is looking. Don't worry guys, the plan is still on for the sheds to be moving. There will be a garden video update coming out next month, so stay tuned for that. So then let's go over to plot 2 and have a look at plot 2. So as I move over to plot 2, you can see this little weeded area. This was just something I put down just to prevent the weeds until I got time to sort this out properly. Will be hopefully sometime in July, hopefully when I've got 5 minutes. But the gooseberry, what I was donated last year, first crop, and as you can see, we've got beautiful gooseberries coming on these trees, so I should have a good crop. The one thing I'm going to probably do next week is put some form of cover over this to stop any birds helping themselves to the gooseberries. So that will make me really happy. First time I'm growing gooseberries, and it seems like we're going to have a lovely crop of gooseberries before the end of the year. As I move down, the first row of potatoes I put in, these are meant to be the first earlies, and I'll tell you what, not one of them has come up yet. Not one single one has come up on any of the first earlies. But the main crop, what I put in 4 weeks later, I'll just get you to show them. These are all started to show themselves. This is only what, a day or two of placing them, of coming up. So a day ago I come up and there was nothing, and now we're starting to see potatoes shooting up. So we are going to have a good crop of potatoes by the looks of it. The third row is the other main crop potatoes what I placed. I've got no show of them just yet, which is expected because they were the last ones. I would have thought that the first earlies would be up, but there's nothing coming just yet, so hopefully they are fine in there. If you remember the last time I come to the allotment, my ground was really hard and clumpy and clayey, and this is what the rotavator has done. It has turned all the ground to dust, and it's going to be absolutely perfect for growing carrots and stuff like that. Not so much Brussels sprouts and cabbages, because they need a firm ground. This is a very light ground now. It took me the best part of a day just to clear this, to rotivate it, and there wasn't any form of bindweed, anything in this ground. So hopefully we should be still safe. I might get a few little top weed to come up, but that's fine, just to go along with a speed hoe and the speed hoe amount. Here I've placed 2 rows of carrots in. This is going to be the first early carrots, so these get harvested in late July, August time. And what I will be doing is having a 1 row along here, 1 row along here of the tomatoes, so about 10 plants along here, and then I will be doing my parsnips, my turnips, second row of carrots, and they will all be the winter crop veg on that part of the bed. So that is the main plan. The black plastic is still here. I've decided this year what I'm going to do is make like a little windbreaker around here, just to stop kids from the park seeing the pumpkins, what's growing, and hopefully deterring them from coming over and destroying the pumpkins. So guys, I'm pretty much on it. That's how plot 2 looks like. Mid-May. Let's head back over to pot 1. So then guys, as you see by the allotments, everything just started to take off. The bloody weather we keep having, it's absolutely crazy. 1 minute freezing cold, the next rain. But this year we are extremely late on growing, I can guarantee you that. Normally I've got things in starting to grow, but as you can see, the potatoes are only just starting to come up and germinate. So God knows what the crop's going to be, but hopefully it's going to be a good year. So then guys, as I said at the start of this video, the videos will be coming back to 2 videos a week, probably at the end of this month, just due to the weather that we've had, the time I've had to come down to the allotment and to do bits and pieces. I've also been doing the garden. There'll be an update video coming out very shortly on the stuff I've been changing in the garden, so that will be coming very shortly. So it's just starting to kick off the allotment season and the growing season. So then guys, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you all enjoy it. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Still trying to get to that 1,000, but the numbers are going up, so I'm thankful for that. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button to come along and join the family. Also, to make sure the bell notification is switched on at all times, and that tells you when I release a video. Till the next video guys, I'll catch you later.